CBI had arrested the former judge Giribala Singh barely 24 hours after the Madhya Pradesh High Court cancelled the anticipatory bail that was granted to Twisha's mother-in-law, and it was challenged by Twisha's family. Now, the arrest that follows a series of sharp and explosive observations that has been made by the High Court itself that appears to have triggered swift movement in a case that is already surrounded by disturbing allegations of dowry, harassment, influence, or also possible attempts to shield the accused. Now, this is a breaking update, what we are learning, because all eyes will be on the courtroom today as the accused, the mother-in-law and the former judge Giribala Singh and her son Samarth Singh are said to be produced before the court. That is an update that we are now looking at as far as the proceedings in the court here are concerned, because right after the arrest, within 24 hours, when it comes to the accused that needs to be produced before the courts, remains to be seen how much of a custody the CBI would be now seeking. Let's connect with Rucha on this. Rucha, what are we now expecting today to happen as far as both mother-son would be produced before the court today?
Well, until now, we have seen both mother and son were avoiding the interrogation inquiry. Even Giribala Singh lied about not receiving any summons from SIT. But now both are in custody of CBI. Yesterday, her bail application got rejected and CBI took over the investigation. She is now in custody along with Samarth, and they are currently kept at Manik Guest House at Bhopal. And today, they are likely to be presented produced before the court today. And today is also an important day for Twisha's family, because after the last rites, now her ashes will be immersed into Ganga River today at Rishikesh, somewhere she always used to often visit. And equally at the same time, we are seeing some action in the entire case, the interrogation. Giribala Singh, who has been avoiding the interrogation, and Samarth Singh, who went absconding, who was also
not there at the residence at the marital home where Twisha, her body, her mortal remains were found. As far as when it comes to the investigation that has been taking place, this is also a lot of the time that has been lost. The CBI has to make up for it when it comes to this formal transfer to the investigation that has now been done to the premier agency. But the charges against the former judge is now something which have been under focus as far as when it comes to this alleged dowry death case is now concerned. So what are we now looking at as far as she also being, very well thorough as far as how the judicial system actually operates. So the charges against Giribala Singh, dowry death charge, so that falls under section 80 part 2. We're looking at cruelty by husband and by in-law, so that is section 85. We are looking at common intention by multiple accused, that is also now looking at section 3 part 5. And of course, when it comes to dowry demand and related offences, that invokes in section 3 and 4 Dowry Prohibition Act. It's a part of it as far as when it comes to all of these developments that are now concerned. Of course, she is also very well thorough when it comes to the knowledge of all of the sections that have now been imposed on her. Meanwhile, when we talk about certain VIP treatment allegations against Samarth Singh by the counsel representing Twisha's father, because that seems to be a very sharp and explosive set of claims that advocate Anurag Srivastav questioned the circumstances under which Samarth was allegedly allowed to remain inside court premises behind locked doors even after the judges had left for the day. Now, he is further asked those questions under whose authority that Samarth was permitted to sit inside the judge's chamber, alleging that the sequence of events raised troubling questions about the preferential access and institutional backing that seems to be coming for the mother-son duo. Now, it seems that there are similar such cases, multiple of them that still go unreported, but more of them who make it to the news as far as another case of dowry death is concerned. And we are now talking about Nikki Bhati, who was said ablaze by her husband nearly a year after that horrific death that happened. When it comes to the Greater Noida resident, the case has now taken a dramatic and deeply controversial turn, because once appeared to be headed for a prolonged legal battle is now moving towards a negotiated settlement through panchayat mediation. Now, what is being said that both of the families have reached to an agreement under which Nikki's family may withdraw the case through an affidavit in court. Now, the settlement reportedly also includes a transfer of property in the name of Nikki's children along with financial assistance for her family, and that is now being expected as far as in this second case of dowry that is concerned. All right, let's shift focus. Let's talk